Hey friends, this is the first video that we are trying with the new way that Spirit wants me to do things. So I'm pretty excited. I'm a little bit nervous, but this kind of gives you an idea too as to what a reading would look like with me, just in case you were interested in that. But a couple of things real quick. Please hit the notification bell because if you hit the notification bell, if I write something in the post or whatever, you will receive it. And I'm thinking about actually, there's a contest I want to start. So we'll see how that goes. That would be for a free reading, and it would all happen through the post section. So just to let you know. But these readings, the way Spirit is having them do now, instead of the shorts that I do with just, a couple of cards, this shows more how I prepare for a reading with an individual. And in case you didn't see my first video, what I do is I start with channeling information from Spirit, just kind of writing down whatever they write. And I then listen to music and I write down a feeling that I get or a certain phrase in the song or what it makes me think of, or sometimes it has to do with the person's name. So, that's what I'm going to be doing. I asked Spirit what they wanted me to tell you. And this is going to be a weekly thing, but it's not exactly per week. In other words, it's not about that 1 week. It's whenever this screen comes across, this is meant for you. If it comes across to you, it's meant for you at that time. So there's that as well. Just trying to let you know things. Also, anything that happens during a reading or anything happens during a filming, for let's say, that's part of the reading, and we kind of have to look at it and figure out what it might be. And hopefully we can do that more so than not. But this is a collective reading. Some of this will really resonate with you, with some of you, and others it will resonate with others. Just take what resonates because, again, if you're watching this, there's a message for you in here somewhere. So here we go. When I did my channeling, what came out was peace is at hand. And now this could be on a worldly stage, this could be just in your life. No matter what, it's in your life. If it happens on a higher level, then things trickle down. It kind of takes a little more time, I feel, to get to your life. Like the energy needs to flow out a little bit, like throwing a pebble in a pond, it keeps rolling and rolling and rolling the little waves. So anyway, peace is at hand. Things will be revealed that will show a shift in tide. Love is the answer. Love is always the answer. Trust, connect, and clear. Clear away energies that no longer serve you. Be at peace within yourself. Feel life, feel life become your own again. Live in that space, live in your space of peace. So whatever level this is on, just doing that will help. And that's what they want you to know. Spirit has also shown me quite a bit, almost every reading that we want you to connect with us. We can all do this. You can all do this. It's God-given right or universe right or whatever, however you look at it. But we can all do this. And we need to start doing this. This is part of the stronger the connection. And I hate to use the word connection because it's already there. It's not something that you have to do other than pay attention, other than just be open to it and say, okay, I'm open to it. Ask for signs. Try to make a connection. Try to build something with your guides. That's been coming out more and more and more in every reading. So there's that as well. What I got after that was feeling of loss and acceptance. So some of you are losing, I don't know, a job, person in your life, a friendship, anything like that. This is all part of the process of growing into the new energies that are happening. Everything that happens for a reason, and it brings you to where you're supposed to be. It makes you make decisions you wouldn't always make on your own. Let's just put it that way. But feeling loss and acceptance, there was also like a deeper understanding that this is the right thing. Like on some level, you're feeling, yeah, this needs to happen now, or Yeah, okay, I need to move on. But you're again, you're a little afraid, and that's when life kind of steps in. That's when the universe steps in. They're kind of like, all right, this girl is not going to do this, or this dude is just staying put. This kind of kickstarts things. It kind of gives you a little nudge, or sometimes it comes in a form a little bigger than that. That might feel a bit uncomfortable, depending on how quickly they need to get you to where you need to be. And these are my beliefs. I do not expect you to believe everything that I believe. This is my belief. If you do, great. I mean, that just confirms things more for me. And I know a lot of you already do. But yeah, just remember that everybody picks up on certain things that are meant for them. A lot of what I say, including, what information I get here or what information comes in, it's subjective to the person hearing it. I mean, it all depends on who it is and whether or not you feel like the message is for you. But again, I'm talking to the collective right now, so this is a reading for the collective. The first song that came up, I thought was really something because I've been really drawn to nature a lot lately. And the first song was Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. And the front man, John Rezesnik, I have a hard time with that name. It shows the little video that was playing on my phone, just kept showing him. He's the front man. And he was actually looking through different telescopes that seemed to be gaining strength. But when they started me writing this down, they had me write looking, looking through a looking glass, binoculars, and then the telescopes. So it's an advancement. Things are advancement. You're going to start seeing things more clearly in these next few weeks. You're going to start seeing things more clearly. You're going to feel like, yeah, this is good, this is good, this is what's happening, but you're going to feel more of that type of knowing. Again, which is building up your connection with spirit is all it really is connecting to all those energies. Um, this shows advancement to looking through stronger and stronger telescopes and whatnot. Seeing the broader picture is what that's also about. When you start feeling a little anxious about what's happening, on a level closer to home, look at the bigger picture. One, I'm going to get through this. One, this is something I knew was coming on some level, and I'll get through this. We'll take care of it. You trust in spirit. Spirit gets you through it. It helps to look at a different level. It helps to look at things from, okay, this needs to happen, so possibly this could happen, or this is leading here. Or in the bigger picture, I've had it pretty good, and I'm really going to start appreciating what I have now. That just came in, so I don't know what that's about. You take that for what it's worth. The next song that came in was a song from Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah, I listen to all sorts of music. And it's called The Old Apartment. And this song is about a guy who it's kind of really stalker feeling because it's a guy who breaks into this apartment. And he was actually somebody, if you listen to the music, it gives you the idea that somebody is being abusive to somebody else. Somebody is trying to come in that's being abusive. Just as anybody who is in that type of situation, please be extra careful. Let people know where you're going, stuff like that. Just be more careful, more thoughtful, more mindful. Um, if you're in that situation, you need to get out. You know you do, and you'll know when to do exactly what you're supposed to do. Let a lot of people know without letting a lot of people know. In other words, let people know that you're leaving. If you need to go to a shelter, tell those people and maybe tell somebody else that you can trust to not give away that information. Um, that didn't come in earlier. But anyway, that's coming in now. And God bless you. And you got this, whoever this message is for. Okay, so breaking into the old apartment, though, they also showed me the apartment as being like your body. Like look into yourself, I broke into the apartment. There were a lot of things I didn't like. But then he notices that some things have changed. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why did you paint over the hole in the wall? Why did you do these things? And what it felt like to me is this person was feeling guilty for what they've done, and they know that it's wrong. And but at the same time, they don't take responsibility for it. This is more about, for most people, looking into yourself and changing what you don't like. We all have something, and believe me, I'm working on a lot of things, but it's difficult. But that's what this was partially about too. I'm still channeling, by the way, so if I seem a little off, bear with me. Um, So he's asking, why did you change these things? So there was changes that need to be made, but there's a fear to make those changes is what I was feeling with this. But he's also showing that he's still cherished even the bad moments. As weird as that sounds, you can look back at your life and even the bad moments, say, okay, that needed to happen in my life. Again, looking from a bit of bigger picture, looking from a different perspective, not from the mind's point of view, but from what your belief is, your spirit's point of view, how you believe your spirit would look at this. And then he asks himself, why did I go back? Why did I do that? Why did I try to? He's mad at the lack of control that he has. And that speaks to many things. Right now, what's coming to me is, again, for not for everybody, some people experiencing drug or alcohol issues, whether it be within themselves or somebody else. It's about looking at that side of you. Why am I doing this to myself? Um, that you can change, you can trust, you can change. You don't like it, you don't like what you see. Change how you see it. Is what I'm hearing. Let's change how you see it. Let's look at it a different way because you cannot change the past. Those things happen. You just have to look at it from a different perspective. I came from a family who I love very much. Even the person who was mentally and emotionally abusive in our family. I look back at that relationship and I look at all the happy things that happened. And it wasn't all bad, you know. There was some good lessons there. There was love there at times. You could feel it more than others, that it felt genuine, but usually it didn't. But there were those times. And that's what you have to look at as well. Yeah, there was some bad stuff, but let's look at it a different way. He was emotionally abusive. Well, because of that, I had to read the energy because you never knew who was coming home that day, who that person was that was walking through the door. Is this going to be a bad night or is it going to be okay? You learn to read those energies, and that helps me very much with what I do today, um, on all sorts of levels. So you've got to look at things. Yeah, things were bad, but I learned from it. Or I also believe that we kind of choose the certain situations that happen before we get here. I believe in free will, not to say that, but I believe that we kind of have a little bit of a lineup of what might be going on so that we can achieve certain things. Um, I don't want to think that the pain that I went through with the beginning wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because where I am now in my life is a beautiful place, and I wish it on everyone. But also, okay, going back, I'm sorry. Going back, you cannot change the past. So you've got to find a way to live with it. You've got to find a way to accept those things that happened. Um, Let go of the past. That was something that came up a lot in here. Oh, the next song that came on, 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, right? I will walk 500 miles. Who doesn't love that song? If you haven't heard it, listen to it. It's great. But anyway, what this basically says is this guy's talking about, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to do it with you. You're the person. You're the one I want to do this with. And that some people are worth it. You know, some people are worth, yeah, they might be a little quirky, whatever, but they're worth it. It's okay. I can live with that. I can live with that thing, and I can learn to love that thing that you might see in them. There is really a very, very strong connection that's coming through for some of you. Yeah, Again, if it resonates with you, great. If not, then not. It's not going to be for everybody. But there is somebody that's coming in for somebody, and they're like, you're very hesitant to want to believe what you think you're hearing. Am I interpreting this right? Because sometimes it's like that. You can't really tell by what the other person's saying, because again, everything is perception. And if you always go into things thinking, oh, this isn't going to work out, then your perception of it is already jaded. Get rid of the jade. Stop with the shade. I'm hearing stop with the shade. Get rid of the jade. I don't know. One of my guides is just as kooky as me. But anyway, all right. So on a little more serious note, the song "Nothing Rhymed" came out by Gilbert O'Sullivan, and this is a song about getting acceptance. It's about he's trying to win over his mother's love is what this hints at, this song. It's about unconditional love. It's about wanting and believing in the unconditional love. But this person here goes a little bit further. He doesn't see himself being worthy. And he sees himself as being selfish. Sees some of the things that he doesn't like, and he's like focusing on those bad things that other people do not like. And this must be why she doesn't love me. It's about earning acceptance as well. At one point in the song, he's like, if I do something wrong, are you still going to love me? Again, there's no unconditional, he's not feeling the unconditional love. And that's about perception. If you also, they might not love you unconditionally. It does not mean that you are not worthy of that unconditional love. It means they don't know how to love unconditionally. And there are people out there that don't. Lots of people do not know how to do that. It's okay. That person's showing you who they are. They're not showing you who you are. You've got to stop thinking that what they're saying is about you. There's somebody out here who does that like on a constant. Listen, again, my belief, God lives in us as us. We're here to experience a lot of different things, but each and every one of us is worthy. We're all part of God. God's like the ocean. We're like a little drop of that, eye drop of that ocean. But in that little drop that you squeeze out of the eyedropper, in that little drop is the whole ocean itself. Whole is equal to the sum of its parts. That's the second time I've said that this week. Good on you, Mr. Gifford. Um, that was my that was my geometry teacher. It's not what it was. It's a geometry class. Yeah, this is getting cut. But anyway, um, but again, this person cannot see the good within himself because he's focused on the bad. So whoever's doing that, knock it off. You don't need to be doing that. He's very confused also as to why he both on some level feels worthy, but on another level, he doesn't see himself worthy. So he's having a very, very hard time recognizing that we are all worthy. We are all worthy of love. Everybody does, everybody makes decisions that are not always the best. And some people make really, really bad decisions. It does not mean that you are unlovable. It means that you made some really, really bad decisions. And somehow you got to that point in your life that you made a decision that seems that horrendous to you. It doesn't mean you're not loved. And you can't change. It doesn't mean you're not worthy of it. It's just right now you're expressing a whole lot of hurt. So just remember that too, okay? And after that, we had one of my favorite songs, which is The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. Absolutely love that song. And my favorite line, I mean, this song is about not giving up. This is about a song about giving in to temptations and the raw side of life so that you can experience the good things, that there's always something good coming, but there are other experiences that need to happen in this life. Um, it's also about leaving something familiar behind, leaving your comfort zone, right, to start somewhere new. I left my home and my family and went looking for a job, is the line that tells me that. But when they talk about the boxer, they start talking about the boxer and they say, where'd you go? Of every glove that laid him down, or cut him till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains. It's about not giving up, and you know that you shouldn't give up. Can you feel it inside? I'm complaining and I'm complaining, but this is what I'm supposed to be doing. There's some stuff to learn. I mean, the my job, my weekly job. Um, It is a difficult job. There's a lot of emotion involved in it. There's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of bringing people out of that pain. It's amazing. And some of the people I work with are, wow, they're really something else. The way they know how to talk to these kids. Beautiful, beautiful people. Um, okay. And it goes on. I started to feel other things with this song. I felt like it really was saying to me, fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. You need to stay in there and just fight. And there's going to be times when you want to give up, but you can't. Also, the shadow work. Again, that comes in here, or not so much in this song, but it came in through the reading. This shadow work needs to be done. You need to look at yourself and just be like, all right, that was bad. All right, I shouldn't have done that. But let go of it. Let go of it already. You know you shouldn't have done it. You can't go back and change it. Let go of the shame that goes with that. Let go of the fear that might come with that. Let go. There's nothing you can do about what happened in the past. Stop right now or right now. I mean, you have an endless amount of nows you have. So, you don't like what you see, change it. It's not part of who you are. It's a part of what happened. So let go of it. No biggie. Come to terms with who you are. That's what kept coming up in this message as well. Come to terms with who you are because you are worthy. Come to terms with that. Some people have a hard time expecting, I mean, some people have a hard time accepting who they are and accepting the fact that they're lovable. We're all lovable. Stop it. And again, the other part was really that kept coming up in that was move out of the past. Just move out of the past. So I might pull cards too as we go along in this. And I'm sorry if this is raw, but this is the information that I got this week. This is what Spirit wants you to know whenever you come across this. So I hope you like this. It feels much more natural to me, and it feels like the way forward. So let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.